You clicked on this video because you want to get better at aiming. Only thing you really have to do is use the traditional aim trainers and carry that over to Escape from Tarkov. Alright, maybe the traditional aim trainers aren't the best for Tarkov. Let me explain why, and while we're at it, I'm gonna give you a few tips that will actually help you in a fight. First things first, and some of you I'm sure already know this, but body armors and armored rigs, including the helmets, change your movement speed and turning speed. Meaning if you spend 30 minutes training your aim with 0.5 sensitivity, for example, and then launch Tarkov, gear up, and depending on your loadout, you might end up technically playing with 0.4 sensitivity. So if you actually want to improve your aim and win more fights, stick until the end of the video for a more well-known aim training method for Tarkov. Before I talk about the in-game stuff you can do, let's take a look at one thing a lot of players actually overlook when it comes to any shooter, and that is turning off the enhanced pointer precision in your mouse settings. So to turn this off, go to your search bar, type in mouse, go to mouse settings, and under related settings go to additional mouse options and then go to pointer options here and make sure enhanced pointer precision is turned off. Then press apply and OK, and you're done. And I know this will feel super uncomfortable at first, but I promise you once you get used to this, your aim will improve in any single FPS there is. Before we continue, once again, shout out to all of you guys for supporting my channel. Roughly 9 days ago, I reached my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and now we are already sneaking up on the 2,000 milestone. Thank you all for the support and feedback on the videos. Also, 96% of you gigachads have not yet subscribed. I would appreciate it if you would consider doing so, but if not, that's not a problem. Let's carry on with the video, my friends. Alright, since armor is changing your movement and turning speed, my recommendation is that you try to be as consistent as possible with your loadouts. Now, I do understand that there are buy limits and playing the same gear all the time is boring, but if your movement and turning speed remain similar from raid to raid, it will help you get more consistent with a particular loadout. I have been running Core Bastion combo quite consistently this wipe myself, but obviously this is dependent on your trader levels and budget in general. Also, I would like to point out that rigs that do not provide any armor do not change your movement and turning speed. Another important thing is the ergonomics of your gun. Lower your ergo, the slower your character is to aim down the sight, and faster your stamina will deplete while aiming down the sight. So make sure your gun build has the highest ergo possible, because once again, depending on the armor you wear, your ergo will be reduced even further. Speaking of ergonomics, sometimes you just end up using a gun that has the worst ergo possible, meaning you won't always have the time to aim down the sight when fighting someone face to face, resulting in hipfire being your only option. In that situation, having a laser device is crucial. Not only does it help you with guiding your shots, but it also reduces the grouping of your shots, meaning you will be much more accurate. I personally use the X400 a lot, but this is entirely down to personal preference. And for the aim training in Tarkov, we're gonna play the offline raids in Factory. I'm sure some of you are already familiar with this, but you can go to offline mode and change the amount of scavs and their difficulty to your liking. For today's occasion, we're gonna set the AI difficulty to easy and the AI amount to high. You can definitely change the difficulty, but to actually have any resemblance of aim training, I wouldn't change the AI amount to Horde, since that just turns it to spray and pray session with like 30 FPS. But most importantly, we're gonna turn on the tagged and cursed. This makes every scav come to you like you're the last can of Tushanka in Tarkov. And like I said before, sometimes in fights you're gonna end up having to hipfire. This is also a perfect opportunity to just turn on your laser and see how well you can eliminate all of the scavs without aiming down the sight. Unfortunately, currently in 12.12.31 there seems to be an issue with scavs spawning, so quite often you end up killing 10 to 20 scavs and the raid just seems to die. When that happens, just disconnect and start another raid. Don't worry, your gear is safe in offline mode. And if you find it too easy, like I said, you can always increase the difficulty to make it more challenging. I remember as a new player, I had a few guns that I got out of the raid and basically left them to rot in my stash because I didn't know how they would shoot and I didn't want to lose them. Typical case of gear fear, but if I would have taken advantage of the offline mode, I might have actually been a little more confident and used some of the guns in an actual raid. In general, this is a perfect tool to either practice your aim or just get warmed up before your Tarkov session begins, and it barely takes any time. Let's talk about the opposite of hip firing, ADSing. First off, you want to play with a scope or a sight that gives you clear visibility of your surroundings, not just when aiming down the sights, but also when you aren't aiming down the sights. It's really important to pick the right scope or sight for whatever it is you're planning on doing for the specific raid. If I'm going to shoreline and I'm not going to loot the resort, I might need something with a little bit of magnification in case I happen to get into a longer range fight. But if I am going into resort, I'm gonna bring something that's more suitable for close quarters combat. So now all you have to do is click as many heads as possible, try and move around the map a little bit instead of getting stuck in one position, as that helps you adjust your aim in different situations and elevations. Make sure to bring plenty of ammo with you because you are gonna need it. Also heals for light and heavy bleeds because you're gonna get shot no matter how sneaky you are. Before we call it a day, I would like to emphasize that at the end of the day, nothing substitutes live raids. The offline raids are great for just pure aim training and warm-up, but I wouldn't completely rely on them. The scavs movement and decision making is questionable at best, and they really aren't a substitute to human movement. There's so much more to fighting in Tarkov than just aiming. Nothing beats good map knowledge and good crosshair placement. I'm gonna show you guys how quick one of these raids actually are. The one I'm about to show you took just shy of 2 minutes, but almost constant fighting for 2 minutes straight is kind of fun, even if it is against scavs. Thanks for watching, my friends. If you have any other tips you would like to add, make sure to leave them in the comments. Thanks again and have a nice day. Goodbye.